It's 7 a.m. right now. I'm not really a morning person, but I have one of my friends coming over later, in like 2 hours, to get his car polished and to be the tester for Ethos graphene matrix V2. He's gonna be here like between 9 and 10. So I kind of wanted to just get up early enough to where I'm like coherent when he shows up. I'm not a morning person, this sucks. But we did get that really fun brewing coffee intro. So, content. Alright, so what I'm gonna do over the next couple hours before he gets here, outside of coffee, I'm gonna have some actual breakfast. Then I'm gonna basically get my day going, take a shower, get dressed, get all of my equipment set up, make sure that my pads are clean for my polisher, and then hit the ground running once he gets here. So I'll check back in once my buddy's here with his car, and we'll kind of go over what car he has and all that fun stuff. So the next clip you'll see is going to be me vastly more awake. All right, so now that I actually exist, what we're doing today, we're taking care of my friend Randall's zl1. So what we're going to be doing with it is hopefully just using a one-step polish on it. The paint condition is in really good shape, and Chevy paint is usually fairly easy to correct. So we should be able to get away with just doing a one-step. If not, we will end up using a two-step. After that, we're going to spray down the panels with isopropyl alcohol. We're actually going to be using paint prep to prep the paint. It's kind of the name of it, prepped paint. We use that basically to just make sure the panels don't have any oils, any grease, anything on them. We're gonna go through, if we end up having to apply water before polishing, we're gonna spray it all out with compressed air just to get it out of the way. And then after that, we're going to apply Ethos Graphene Matrix version 2 onto it. We're actually going to be testing this on two cars. Ironically, they're both Camaros. One's just an SS, one is a ZL1, right? So we're doing the ZL1 today. The reason why we're doing two different cars that are the same car is, one, they're the same color. Two, they're the same paint code, same manufacturer, same everything. The difference between the two, namely, is the ZL1 is kept in a garage when it's not being driven. It's very, very well maintained. The SS is owned by one of my brother's friends and kind of my friend. And it's parked outside in the elements. Right, so we're going to be testing it on both of those cars. You're going to see the second video from that tomorrow. But basically, giving us two of the same car with the same paint, basically the same body panel setup. The hoods are a little bit different, but for the most part, they're the same. As far as painted panels, at least. And different living conditions though, right? So with them having different conditions that they see regularly, it's going to allow me to see how quickly the coating is to fail, how those different environments over those prolonged periods of time will affect the coating, and that'll allow me to figure out where I'm going to price this coating, how I'm going to apply it into my business, or if I should not necessarily throw it in with my business. I have a fairly good guess that this is going to get rolled into my product line as far as coatings, but I just need to figure out basically how it behaves in those two conditions so that I can make sure that it's priced appropriately and I am recommending it to the correct people. I don't want to be giving this coating to someone and it fail within a year with it being a 5-year coating just because I didn't pay attention. You know what I mean? We're basically going to be making sure that all of the possible boxes are checked before I actually put it into my product listings. But with that being said, we got a few minutes left until Randall shows up, so I'm gonna probably just continue organizing my stuff, making sure that I have everything ready to take care of his car, and we'll get back to you when he gets here. All right, the ZL1 is here. We're gonna basically just go around, double check everything and make sure that it's actually like looking good, see where the problem spots are in the paint, and then basically just go from there. First thing to note, the hood and the mirror caps, the black on those is wrap. So the only parts on the hood that are actually correctable are this insert right here. It's got quite a bit of swirling in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that. And then on the physical paint, it's white. It's not gonna be super easy to see swirling, but I can tell there is some in it. So we're gonna basically just go through and knock those out. We're not gonna apply it to the wing just because I don't wanna mess with the wing and how difficult it's gonna be to actually polish that based off of its design with my current polisher. If I had a smaller polisher pad, I would definitely be tackling that. We are going to be applying this coating on all of the painted panels as well as all the glass, just because it's safe on all of those according to the manufacturer, so we're gonna test it out. But with that being said, we're gonna go through, use some waterless wash on the windshield and the mirror caps just to get those cleaned up, and then we're gonna start polishing. One thing I was hoping to avoid, but is unavoidable, is dealing with some water spots. So we're going to take this small chunk of steel wool, basically just scrub down all the glass, get all the water spotting out. This is 4/0 steel wool or quadruple zero, depending on where you're from, they'll call it different things. But super fine steel wool, it won't scratch the glass, it'll just basically break down all of that mineral depositing that's on the glass. Getting straight into polishing. Kind of felt around on the paint a little bit, realized that there's a little bit of industrial fallout that's basically just like small little particulates of like metals and whatnot that basically embed themselves in paint. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna actually clay bar it before we polish it, and then we'll polish. Now we are actually ready to start polishing. So we're gonna start with this insert, and we're basically gonna try to just run our single step polish and a polishing pad on it. If that doesn't work, what we're going to do is basically take and see if our NV polish will finish it up from where it is. If it doesn't, we're going to go to a more aggressive pad, and if that doesn't, we'll go to a more aggressive polish. But this should be enough. But before we get started, I'm actually going to throw some gloves on. So the reason why we wear gloves when polishing is because you can unintentionally add skin oils to the panel, which will result in the polish not working as well. We want to avoid that as much as possible. So let's get started on this. We're basically going to tackle this in passenger side, driver side halves, just based off of the size.
I just wanted to check in real quick while we're starting to polish the vehicle and let you know that we're kind of just going to cover 1 to 3-ish panels on the vehicle for the remaining steps leading up to the ceramic coating, just to save a little bit on time. This video is running a little bit long, so we decided we were gonna cut it short here a little bit.
We're going to do all of the horizontal surfaces first, and then we'll do all the vertical surfaces. The reason why is you don't want to necessarily lean up against a coating that is still curing, because even if after it's flashed and buffed out, you still have about an hour before it's touch safe, and then you have about a 48-hour period before it can get rain on it. So basically we're just gonna apply it on the roof, trunk, and hood first, and then all the other body panels. Kind of get a good heavy amount of it up on this applicator right now. Basically, apply it in horizontal patterns, basically overlapping halfway as we're wiping it. Good. Clean application. It applies super easy. Got about a minute or so of flash time on the panel, at least in these current weather conditions that I'm dealing with. So what I'm going to do is basically hit all the rest of the panels, basically just off screen, and then I'll catch up with you when I'm done. Alright, so car is completely coated, everything's taken care of. I'm going to pick up the towels that are kind of left on it right now, and then we're basically just waiting an hour for it to cure, and then we're going to deliver it to the customer. So yeah, next time you're going to see me is after it's delivered. We're going to go over how the customer felt about it and all that stuff. But yeah, see you soon. All right, so Randall just came and picked up his car. He was really happy with the outcome. So yeah, that was a really good process, and I really enjoyed working with the product. There's a few things that I need to just kind of some kinks I need to work out with my application process with it, but I mean, there's always learning curves whenever you're using a new product. So I really enjoyed it though. So with that, the second part of this is going to be done tomorrow. I'm going to be working on another Camaro, doing the same thing, just for another car to compare it to. So it's really dark outside. I don't want to refilm my outro because I did it after I did Randall's car, but instead of doing Hunter's SS tomorrow, some stuff happened, and basically we did it tonight. So it's already done. It's yeah, dude, I'm gonna be folding this coating into my products. I just need to figure out the price point for it at this point. That is the end of the video. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. My Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, and business's website are located down in the description. You can contact me on any of those if you want to schedule a detail with me. And with that, remember, every hero is the villain of someone else's story. And with that, have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. So if you're seeing this, do me a favor, send this video to one person, just one, just to see if they're interested in what I'm doing here. If we can build up our subscriber base as quickly as possible, the better everything's gonna get on this channel. So let's try and build this.